Floss Tubers. Welcome to another, episode 2 of Fabulous Fun Friday Finishes. So I'm actually going to do 2 finishes today. I have 2 smalls that I wanted to make I want to make one into a pillow and then one, I think I want to put it on this. I got this at the dollar store for $7. And I think I'm going to put this, which is a Priscilla and Chelsea design pumpkin patch. There that is. Yes, I changed all the colors. A lot of the colors. I just used what I had. The orange is a Versoix silk. And the blue, I'll find the blue in a moment. I believe it's a Classic Colorworks. Is that it right there? Yes, it is a Classic Colorworks Ocean, I believe. And this is the pillow that I want to make. Old Crow. And this is a chart that I won. I participated in, what's it called? Summer Camp 2022 with Sherry at the Colorado Stitcher. And I won a bunch of charts. That I changed some things. I took the Brew thing out of it. So there's the original. And I just changed where Old Crow went, and I left out the Brew part. And then I put black. Put black around the crow. I'm going to make a pillow out of that using some batik fabric. It's going to be kind of like that. There's the front, there's the back. It'll be smaller, much smaller than that. So I'm going to show my process there. And then the pumpkin patch, that is a tiered tray tidbit. And here's that one, Stitching with Housewives. So I think I'm going to put this, which is a batik I have, on a board. And put this on a board, and then put that on this. Oh, it'll cover that up. Okay, so here we go. First thing that I do when I make little pillows on both of these, I made sure when I cut this pillow, I cut it with a rotary cutter, and then when I put the ruler on here to cut it, I made sure it went straight down a line. You know what I mean by a line. You know, one of those cross stitch lines. I made sure that all my cuts around the whole thing were absolutely straight, because if they're not, it won't look right. So now I'm going to sew this part onto this end. So I put it wrong sides together. And I'm going to put about probably a little bit more than a 1/4 inch wide, probably 5/8 inch wide seam, or maybe 3/4 inch seam down here. And then I'll show you that when I'm done. The good thing about batik is you're not sure, I mean, it doesn't matter which side is which. So that's a good thing. I'm not gonna pin it because I'm just not a pinner. So let's see, how far in do I want to go? I think I'll sew it across here and see. I like to set my stitch length on 2.0. And no, the thread doesn't match, but I don't care. If you set your stitch length close, I can't talk. It's 7:30 in the morning. That's my problem. So it's like that. See? Okay, let's see. That's going to be the length, and so I'm going to make sure that this piece that I cut for the back fits perfectly. And then I'll sew around. I'll leave a little gap probably on this end right here, and then I'll hand stitch that. So I'm going to go cut this real quick. So the back matches the front. See how it's fraying right there? I want to get this pillow done before it frays any more than that. And remember, I told you that I was very careful when I cut this little piece, that I made sure everything lined up. Now, here's the back. And I'm not worried. I'm going to stuff this pillow. If this was bigger, I would either put a piece of interfacing or a piece of batting here and then stuff it. But everything is very, very close together there because it's you know, pretty much a tiny full coverage. So I don't anticipate any threads coming out. If they do, I'll deal with it. It's a little pillow. I'll be fine. So I'm going to remind myself where to leave an opening. I have these little clips from Fat Quarter. I bought them from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm sure you can buy them from anywhere. They're called Wonder Clips, I think. So let's see. Oh, here's the bottom. So I'm going to leave an opening. Probably from there to there. I can't tell you how many times I forgot to mark an opening and then, you know, sewed around the whole pillow like a dummy. And I think I'm going to hands, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to leave an opening down here, and let me tell you why. I don't want to hand stitch over these cross stitches because this is like 14 count or something close to 14 count. And it's pretty wide, so I'm going to leave my opening down here. See, this is what I do. I'm just showing you the process. It's not perfect because I'm just making it as I go. I'm winging it. I've sewn all my life since I was probably 5. My grandmother sewed and my mother sewed, and I just learned at a very young age how to sew. Okay, so I'm going to mark it right there. That's where I'm going to stitch it. This is a Juki HZL F600, and it has an automatic cut the thread thingy. So isn't that nice? So here's my little pillow. That's the way it looks there. I'm gonna cut the corners because I like the size of it. So I'm gonna trim the corners off and then turn it inside out. I'm back. So here it is. I just trimmed the corners just a little bit. Turn it inside out. I've never made one cross stitch pillow before. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I made the Hope one. I'll show you that. I'm back. I cut the corners and I'm turning it inside out. When I say cut the corners, I just trimmed off like a 1/4 inch of the corners, almost down to where the stitching is. I don't know where to look. Oh, it's over here, right? Yes. Recommendation I have for people who do floss tubes. Look at where the camera lens is. Don't look at yourself. See, if you look at yourself like this, you're not looking at the people. But if you look at where the camera is, you're looking at the people. Like you could put a little arrow there or something like that to remind you. Now I'm gonna push these corners out with this nifty little thing. I think I bought this from Fat Quarter Shop. It's a corner, I don't know what they're called, corner pusher outer thingy. That's right. That's my new thing, corner pusher outer thingy. And you just ever so gently, because if you do this too hard, you go right through the corner. Oop, there you are. You go right through the corner. I know this for a fact. I used to make little crazy quilt. I don't know, look up crazy quilt on Google or something, and I used to make crazy quilt pillows and vests and had a lot of embroidery in it. I love embroidery. I haven't done it in golly Moses. I did that in my 20s, I think. And then I had kids. I made their clothes. Now, these corners are not super pointy, but that's okay because I'm a little scared to push it out any further. I could work on it a little bit more, but I don't want to poke a hole through there. Sometimes if you get up underneath the seam, there I am. There, that's a little more pointy. Okay, oh, my dog wants to come in here. That's Tebow. You'll probably see him behind me. Now, hi. Oh, look, he's kicking the camera. Hey, Tebow. Buddy. I can't pick him up. He's enormous. Yeah. So I've pushed it out as much as I want. So here it is. And I'm not liking that the distance here is not the same as here, but it's okay because I'm going to put like a little ribbon here or some kind of little charm. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to do here. Probably a ribbon. And I wanted to show you another pillow that I made, I think last month before I did Fabulous Fun Friday Finishes. This is a pillow that I made from this was a cross stitch pattern free from Hello from Liz Matthews. And then this is some beautiful fabric I had. I want to say it's tulip pink, but I'm not sure. I have a lot of tulip pink, but this doesn't look as bright as tulip pink fabrics, so I'm not sure. If you know what fabric this is, let me know. But anyway, I finished that a couple of weeks ago. So this ribbon, oh look, there's a dog hair or me hair. This is the kind of ribbon that I've got the hiccups, that I'm going to put like right here. I think I have an orange ribbon or something that I'll put here. And if you're ever wondering like how to embellish things, watch Priscilla and Chelsea. They just do a great job of embellishing things and really pretty finishes. So I'm going to stuff this pillow and then I'm going to sew it and then I'm going to put a little thing on that. I'll show you that in a little while. And then right now, all I'm going to do is put some batting underneath this. Put it on a board. I think I have my board over here. Yeah, I have my board over here. Clearly that's not the board. I think, no, I need to cut this down. This is not the right size board. But it's a foam board like this. It costs $1 from the dollar store. And it is, I'm assuming it is not acid free. And if something means a great deal to you, like I would never put a cross stitch finish that, you know, was going to be a family heirloom on this foam board. I put small things on here and, you know, things that I'm going to put away for several months in the year. So it's not going to be out, you know, in the open air. But if I was doing something that, you know, was an heirloomish kind of thing, like a sampler or something, I would not put it on here. I would get acid-free sticky boards or acid-free. But I am a teacher, and I can't buy. I'm very frugal. So this is what it is for now. So I'm going to put this on a board. I'm going to put this on a board, and I'll show you that when I'm done. And then I have another finish that I'm working on. I started it last, either my last Floss Tube video or my first Fun Friday finish, Fabulous Fun Friday Finishes. But this is another Priscilla and Chelsea design. I did not put everything in it. I stopped midstream. This is not what the whole thing looks like because I didn't like the fabric and it sat around for a while. And then all of a sudden I bought this at Joann's and this was nearby and I laid it on top and you can see the check underneath. And I kind of liked that. And I thought, oh, I'm going to resurrect this because I wasn't going to use this for anything. Again, love the pattern, fabric, no thank you. So I glued these, this ribbon on here last week. And it did fine. It's just glued on there. I got the ribbon at a thrift store. A lot of times at thrift stores, you can go like to the back and look at usually the craft bins are in the back. And I found this bin with like, I don't know, 15 spools of ribbon. So for 50 cents. So that's pretty good. I mean, I'm frugal, let me tell you. And then I also got this board at the dollar store. It doesn't say for how much, but I think it was $1. I got like 3 of them, I think. So I'm going to cover this in a few minutes. I'm going to hot glue this on here. I don't think you need to see me hot gluing because you don't need to see that. I'm going to put this on here and I'm going to put this right over the top and I'm just going to glue it and it's going to hang and I'll put some more decorations on it. So I'll show you that in a few minutes after I put everything on boards. See you in a few minutes. I found some buttons. So here's my pillow, and I'm going to add these buttons, 3 of them right here. I'm just going to hot glue them on. Can you see that? I'm going to hot glue them on. And when you hot glue buttons on, you just have to make sure that the little holy things, like this, I could have sewn them on, but hot gluing is so much faster. And these buttons have a flattish side. I got them on Amazon. And then they have a shinier, rounder side. I'm sure you can't tell. But I want to make sure that they're all on the rounder side before I glue them. So here we go. Now, because this is super porous, because it's like 14 count, I need to stick something in there. All right, I'm going to put this in here where I'm going to glue my little buttons, because I don't want the glue to go through this business. So I'm going to mark the place where I'm putting the buttons with a friction pin. These are friction pins I bought from, I don't know who, but that's them. Friction pins, the ink comes off with heat. So the minute I hot glue these, that heat will make this go away. It won't matter because that's where the buttons are going to be. So I'm going to put 3 buttons. I want them evenly spaced, kind of, sort of. So I'm just going to use these 3 marks as where I'm going to put the buttons. There's my 3 little buttons. I did find some black. I found this black ribbon. Let's make a bow with that and see what that looks like. I'm going to make a regular bow, like I'm going to tie it and everything. So let's make a regular bow like I'm making a hair bow. Put a little knot. The rabbit goes around the thing and into the thing. Did y'all memorize that when you wanted to tie your shoes? Oh boy, I can tell it's the morning. It's 6:30. My school starts early on Wednesdays for meetings and things like that because, you know, we must have meetings. Even though we learned during COVID, we can take care of all those meetings via Zoom or email. But oh no, we're back to normal and we go to those meetings in person and spread those germs. Okay. Okay, so here's a little bow. This is the same kind of ribbon that I used on this one, and it's so pretty. It's got some organza, is that what you call it, in there? So there you go, but it's not even, so I gotta cut it again. Yeah, that's good. So here's my little bow. Let's see, this one's prettier than that other one. I don't know, should I just put it like that? It's so pretty. That, there we go. Okay, there's the thing. That's where I'm gonna put it. So I'm gonna put a tiny, ever so tiny bit of glue that was not tiny. this here like this. So there she is. I'll stuff her in a little bit. Now, I'm also going to hot glue this. I talked about earlier in the video. And I found, you know, I had my button jar of buttons that I got a long time ago. And I found these little buttons right here. And I put them on a tiny little safety pin. And just put them up there. Because I think it's cute. It brings out the yellow and the green in the piece that you can't really see. Now, I just blunt cut this so it's not shredding, and I probably will put a little dab of fabric glue on the ends of all this ribbon because I just blunt cut it, and it'll probably shred, but the piece is not going to be touched by very many people, I would hope. So now I'm just going to hot glue this. There she is, sweet as honey. I think she's pretty. You know, she might need something somewhere else. And I want y'all to see something, some imperfection here. This stripe does not go evenly all the way across the bottom. I don't care. It's a wall hanging, and if somebody has to go up that close and comment on it, they need to not be in my house. I think I will put maybe a little bow here, like using this, and I think I have some more of that polka dot. I do. I have some more of the polka dot. So I do believe I'll make myself a little bow. What's the matter, T-Bow? My dog is snoring. Let's see. Let's make a bow. When in doubt, use more than you need. I don't know if you know this, but I learned this years ago when making bows. Make a bow like this. So look, this is facing the wrong way, but what you do is you make this loop, and this loop needs to face the wrong way, because if it faces with the dots up, watch, if it faces with the dots up and I pull it through, it pulls through black. But I want the dots up. So you have to reverse when you're putting it through there. So I want, when I wrap this around to make my bow, I want the black facing up. But I have to do it like this because I have to do it with this hand. Okay, black facing up. And we come through. And see, there's the polka dots, and then the black is there. My Granny Mary taught me how to wrap presents with real bows, you know, with fabric bows. Okay, I think I want this a little bit bigger, like that. There we go. So there's that pretty little bow. Put that pretty little bow right there. So I'm going to glue that on. So you're getting two finishes, two Fabulous Fun Friday finishes today. Glued it right there. It's pretty. Ouch. So my little thing is right there. So I think I'm gonna, okay, let's just look at it for a second. Do we want it there? Do we want it there? Oh dear. But I finished. I thought I would have 3 finishes for you on this second episode of Fabulous Fun Friday Finishes, but I only have 2, and that's okay. Here's my old crow with his little bow and his buttons. There he is. I stitched the end. You can't even see anything. So there he is. There's the back. And then here's my sweetest honey. So there we go. And there's the little pin thing that I put on there. So there you go. So see, it's possible to finish things. And they were fun. So happy finishes, everyone. Happy, who says that? Happy finishes, everyone. Is that a Pam and Steph thing? I don't know. But you can finish your own things. Or you can pay somebody too. It's fine. You can pay me too. Just send your stuff to me. I'll finish it for you. At any rate, happy stitching, everyone. Have a great day, a great week, and a great life. I'll see you in 2 Fridays for another Fabulous Fun Friday finishing fabulous fun thing. Bye!